everybody, welcome to today's show, Fit Food Made Fun. I'm your host, I'm your personal trainer, and I'm your nutritionist, Mary. I'm from Personal One Fitness in Mineola, New York. We're a personal training studio, and we've created these really cool videos for you. We want to show you how to make healthy food that is fit, that is going to keep you fit, and it's fun too. So today, we're making a dessert. This is as requested by a very special friend of mine who's also one of my clients, and this is also in conjunction with our upcoming blog, and I'm your author of that, so you definitely need to check that out if you haven't already. I'm always including great videos, fitness tips, recipes, articles on the best plants to keep in your house for deep sleep. So there's a whole general list of things there for your overall health and well-being. So back to what we're cooking today. Today is our dessert recipe that is on our blog in the next week, and these are banana pops. So I'll show you what they look like when they're all done. There's no baking required. They're really tasty, really delicious. And the ones I made a couple of days ago have a little more melted chocolate on them. I'm going to show you ones today that are dipped in peanut butter, frozen with a little bit of chocolate, and maybe even some sprinkles for those of us who don't like chocolate, but I'm sure there's not very many. So we're going to start with one banana. We're going to open it up and peel it, and we're just going to leave it on the cutting board and toss away the peel. So we're going to leave that, throw that off to the side, and I'm going to cut my banana in half. So what I'm going to do after I cut it in half, I'm going to take, this is actually a shish kebab stick for the barbecue, and I had, it's one complete one, they're very long. I just cut it in half and made sure that the edges were not, strayed with any leftover wood. We don't want to make this dangerous. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to insert one end of the stick into one end of the banana, and you want to make sure it gets in there pretty good. You don't want your banana falling off. So, and it's kind of tricky sometimes because the bananas are curved, so there we go. So this is going to get much more stable on the stick once it's frozen, so don't worry about it if it doesn't feel like super stable. So this one's much better. All right, so we're going to sit those off to the side. Now for my toppings, as you can see, I have some chocolate here. I started rough chopping it. I'm going to go ahead and continue just giving this a rough chop. I had chocolate chips. I'm trying to rough chop. It's a little bit trickier if you get one bar of just dark chocolate. Dark chocolate tends to have more antioxidants in it and less sugar than milk chocolate, so definitely try to opt for dark chocolate. Buy one dark chocolate bar, solid bar of chocolate, and it's much easier to chop, and you can use those little chunks to top off your banana pops with. You can also melt chocolate, and for some reason my chocolate chips weren't really melting too well this morning, so if you buy actual melting chocolate and melt a little bit of that, you can dip that with your bananas as well. So for today we're going to stick with peanut butter. I have my banana, and I have about a cup of melted peanut butter. I'm not going to use all of this, so if you wanted to make more bananas, this is probably the best bet to use that much. So very carefully now, you're going to drizzle, and you can even hold the end of your banana because this is going to, the weight of the peanut butter or the chocolate or almond butter, white chocolate even, whatever you choose to drizzle over the top, the weight is actually going to pull on the banana, and it's going to pull it off the stick, so you want to avoid that. And it's much neater if you kind of paint it on with a spoon, let the excess drizzle off, and now you can take your dark chocolate and just sprinkle it on top. And as you can see, this gets a little messy, really fun to do with kids because kids love getting messy. And again, once you throw these in the freezer, they will solidify and freeze and get nice and hard, so these will come out much neater when you actually go to eat them. So I'm going to do the same thing with my second one. As I said before, you can alternate with the toppings. You could do, again, some dark chocolate drizzled over the top, melted the same way I'm doing this with the peanut butter. And then you can go ahead and throw on some shredded coconut. You could chop some walnuts and put walnuts on top. You could do the same thing with almonds. So, and again, you're not, really using a lot when you think about it. There's only about 1.5 teaspoons of peanut butter on top, especially if you're drizzling off all of the excess stuff. Same thing, it's just a little bit of chocolate on it. And really, in essence, when you eat these for dessert, they're cold, they're gonna be frozen. So it's gonna take you a good amount of time to eat. The peanut butter will actually fill you up. And you know, the sugar from the banana plus the little bit of chocolate, or you know, whatever you choose to put on top, is gonna kind of satisfy any little sweet tooth you have. So again, another great option for these is you know, doing some chocolate or peanut butter and adding on some sprinkles, so you could do that as well. So all I'm gonna do with these now is take these and pop them in the freezer. You can also pre-freeze your bananas once you insert the pops into them. It makes them a little bit easier to put different fun toppings on. So you can also turn this into like a little, you know, station with your kids. You could, you know, set up all the frozen bananas and then kind of let the kids go crazy and make their own and then throw them in the freezer. And they only take about 20 minutes to freeze. It's really not that much. So these came out really cute. I'm gonna set those aside. And as I said, these are the ones I made a couple of days ago. They have, the tops are dipped in chocolate, and then they have a little bit of peanut butter on them. So they're really tasty. They're great for our upcoming barbecues that hopefully we're all gonna be enjoying soon if the weather gets a little bit warmer. So these will make a great hit at, again, barbecue.